Alright, guys, now getting right back into another Jubilee video, just like how we've been doing for the past 2 days or 3. I'm not sure how I've been setting this up. Pretty sure I've been setting this up on the fly, but you know it is once you've seen it. I'm pretty sure I said that last video. Yeah, it's all done from the same night. All those videos, I just kept changing my shirt just so I could like see what videos to put with what. That way I won't lose track of the videos just like that, cause all that shit. But we're about to go ahead and react to "Do All Black Men Think the Same?" done by Jubilee. I'm gonna tell you off rip, I don't think I'm gonna be thinking the same as like most black men. You know what I'm saying? I don't think I'm not. Cause most of the people who I messed with, everybody say I'm more different. Race wise, just in general. Like, y'all say I look where I grew up. You know what I'm saying? I grew up in Jersey. I grew up in the suburbs. So yeah, definitely like a little more different and everything. Ain't like white type different. You know what I'm saying? I hate when people say that shit. I really do. You know, because they want to think like, oh, just because you don't act ghetto, you're white. You act white. I hate that. That gets my nerves. But let me see if I would, think the same as some of these black men.
Hey good humans, before we start this episode, we've got a big announcement to make. We're gonna be having a
Are you tired of seeing this guy intro every single Jubilee video?
Damn, bitch, damn.
What about 6 Christians versus 1 atheist?
Ooh, I like that.
Or how about Republicans and Democrats?
6 Christians, one
Are you tired of
one
seeing
atheist.
the same episode ideas over and over again?
Yeah.
Well, because you'll win a chance.
Well, this shitty.
Black men that date white women.
Email. Please see the link in the description for complete and official rules. Must be 18 or
I know
older
you did a
and
great
US
job,
resident,
Shuddy.
not eligible for Rhode Island residents. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited.
What she said? She said, residents? What
Black
did she
men that
say?
date white women. There's something different, and there's nothing wrong with that. But you know what it is. Like you. Oh, okay. Childish Gambino. I can see that. Jordan Peele. Okay, I can see that.
What? Oh, black man, think the same. You got a little too hype for this.
I am expected to have a big dick. 3, 2,
Agree.
1,
Agree.
go.
Agree. Yeah. I don't. It's just so annoying. I ain't gonna lie, it's so annoying.
Nobody disagrees. Yo. Yeah, I feel like it's a stereotype, and we know that stereotypes aren't realistic. But I mean, personal encounters. I don't feel like there's leeway. I feel like, okay, that one.
Yeah, I mean, like, to me, like, most of that stuff people see is fake. I don't want to say it's fake, but, like, that's the stuff you see, like, on TV, on, like, internets and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Just, God damn, that man got a big-ass forehead. Like, that stuff you see, like, it just be not realistic compared to the other guy. You know what I'm saying? Especially you guy you see on that one website, whatever. All right? You might be looking at him in that way because of what he got. All right, I don't got that. All right, I'm not him. I'm just not him. All right, I'm not talking about like what he got. I'm talking about him in general. I'm not him. Okay, we're two different people. Same thing with these guys right here on the screen.
Like,
We're two different people.
What the general notion is.
I think it gets.
I hate
into
when
the
they
issue of
like
positive
expect
and
that,
negative
or they, you know what I'm
stereotypes,
saying?
and how people need
That's
to realize
annoying.
that there is no such thing, because what you do is you put people into a box where they're expected to live up to a standard, and I feel like it's over sexualizing black men. You know, you should want to date someone more for the pleasure physically that they can bring to you. And I know
Facts.
I've talked to people personally who will be like, "Oh, you're lucky you're black. You have a big member," and I'm like, "Well, I have other things to offer too. Like,
Have
I'm
anybody ever said
well-spoken.
that to me?
I have a good sense of humor. I'm well traveled. Like, you go straight to like what's underneath my zipper."
Yeah, I mean,
That's
that's
so
been my
facts.
experience.
I don't
A
think
lot of
nobody said it to
times,
me, though.
Especially, meeting different people, that's the expectation. And I just tell them, 2-inch Punisher, don't expect too much. I'm just joking, but it's
Yeah, I'm about to say
I think
everybody
a
looks
lot
at
of
you
people
like,
watch
what?
a lot of porn, too,
I
and
can't relate with you.
That's where it comes from. Like when you watch a lot of porn, you see, these mandingos and 10-inch.
Bro, that's
monsters,
what I'm saying by the
they
whole like
expect
that
that
thing
to
being
be
fake.
reality, and a lot of times it's not. But that's the expectation that they have. So
our audience submit hot takes about this group specifically.
Oh,
and
shit.
They are hot. So Black men cheat on their significant others far more than other races.
I'm just like, where is this study?
I ain't gonna lie. I see everybody going to strongly disagree or disagree. I ain't gonna lie, yo. I'm friends with a lot of like different races with guys, not just black guys. I'm friends with white guys, some Chinese, some Indian. Like, I'm friends with a lot of like guys. All those guys, all the black guys, like, I knew they were more cheaters, yo. Me, I'm a loyal guy. Alright, I promise you, loyal to the T. Like, my girl got nothing to worry about whatsoever. Right? I'm always gonna give my all to her, most definitely. Nobody else. Some of the other guys, though, they, yo, I ain't gonna lie. Some of these black guys be moving a little shiesty. I'm not gonna lie. So that whole thing, black guys don't
Someone
cheat.
do
I
some
think
research
that's
where they calculated numbers over a given period of time.
The reason why it was going to be neutral is because I don't know the numbers. Like, I don't
That's
know.
what I'm
I don't
saying.
know
That's
if
why I'm
that's
like,
true
I
or not.
don't.
Yeah.
I disagree.
That's just what I
came
seen,
this way
though.
because the
Right.
keyword far more. I was like, do black men cheat? In generally, like you're not apt to not cheat because of the color of your skin.
To prescribe this to race feels nefarious in a way that I feel like it was coming from a place of somebody that got cheated on by a black man. Like,
That's so facts.
like,
And they
yeah,
keep choosing
black
the wrong
men
black
cheat
man.
all the
Yeah, they
time.
just keep
Come on,
choosing the
this
wrong
doesn't
type
make
of black
sense.
man. And therefore,
Black
they
men
just think
are
all black men
attracted
cheat.
to
That's very
big
true.
butts.
Is it,
That's
do
very
you
true.
agree with this,
Yeah.
that statement, or do
Yes.
I personally?
I mean,
Yes.
there's nothing biologically innate.
He got
to,
my
like,
name.
Black men.
That's not how I spell my name, though.
To like ass.
I think it ties into hip hop and the whole strip club scene right now. We are so far gone from like the natural aesthetics of just a natural person that right now it's all about who has the baddest ass. Who ass is 25 pounds with 2-pound legs. You know what I mean? Like that's hot for some reason. And I personally don't get it. I mean, it looks unnatural to me, like, you know, but
That is facts. They
I
do.
mean, a nice ass is just a nice
Some of that
ass.
stuff, like some of them BBLs they get. Like, the thing is, though, what I have a problem with that, I hate with the fact that women point the blame at us for that. I'm not talking about black men. I'm just talking about men in general. I hate the fact that women point the blame at us. No man has ever said to a girl, go get a BBL, go, you know what I'm saying, go to the gym, get your ass fat, or whatever. Yeah, there has been some men that just, like, judge women, be like, damn, her ass ain't fat enough, or like they be like, you know, she could have bigger ass, or like, you know, she could have better look. Like, yeah, but no one's actually saying go do that. We're just judging on the fact of what we like. That's like me having a car, right? That's me having like a Chevy, and I see a Ferrari go down the street. I'm gonna say, damn, that's a nice Ferrari, but I'm gonna stick with my Chevy. Even though that Ferrari was a nice car, I'm not going to chase after that Ferrari because I like my car. You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? I'm always going to stick with my car, but I'm always going to notice the more attractive cars. There's nothing wrong with that, but I'm still going to stick with my car. What I like, it's cool. You know what I'm saying? Don't point the finger at us for doing that because they just go off each other. They try to compete with each other on Instagram models. Magazines, billboards, they try to keep up with like all the latest like celebrities and shit like that. But like, men have nothing to do with that. All right, no one's telling you to do that. Y'all making the competition yourselves.
Oh, black people are funny, and if you ever try and roast one of them, they will roast your ass so hard that you'll have no roast to rebuttal.
God damn, that long ass.
I get what you're
yeah.
saying. I think black people as a
I'll say
collective
somewhat agree.
are funny.
If you go to black Twitter, if you go to black Instagram, black Facebook, like, you're going to laugh.
So I think that in that aspect, that's why like that statement has so much truth in it because you just it's like.
So I guess it's like the question is like, black people as a whole, are they funny? Or is like any black person gonna knock your ass off because he's super funny? Like, I think that's just the difference.
Yeah.
Black people as a whole, like, yeah, they got jokes, you know, it goes back and forth, cool.
That's why I said as a
But
collective.
don't think that any black person you go to expect like a really good joke, you know?
The N-word should
I met that
stop
one
being
black person
used
that wasn't funny.
by all races. 3, 2, 1, go.
Me, I'm actually going to say disagree. The reason why I say disagree is because, well, number one, I don't gatekeep. I don't care for gatekeeping. I actually do not, like, I hate gatekeeping a lot. But when it comes to this right here, it's like to me, it's like, why are you trying to fight so hard for equality, for a word, for that word, but you could be fighting for equality for something else that's way more bigger than just a word. You get what I'm saying? Why are you so pressed about it? Why are you so worried about one word? It's not hurting you. It's not affecting you. It doesn't have anything to do with you. It's just me, black people. Why you want that to be more equality rather than other things, other current events? You know, I don't have to name it. You already know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm like, when I hear that question, I'm like, just stop. Worry about something else. You know, why do you want to say the N-word so badly, or you want to get rid of the N-word so badly? Oh my God, I had so many people in my school. Let me get the N-word pass. Let me get the N-word pass. Shut up. Why do you want to say it so badly? Just shut up.
I just think the N-word, when you look at the root of the word, even slaves would use it to describe other black people when accepting their supposed oppression. So I just think...
Bro, was you there? Was you there? What are you talking about? Why are you speaking like you were there? What are you talking about, bro?
When I think about that, I don't think you can do anything to erase the history and the blood that's been shed on that word. There are so many people who the last thing they heard was the N-word as they were being murdered. So when I think about that, yes, I think the word should stop being used.
Personally, me, I feel like it kind of starts with us. The fact
but
that
we're not using it that type of term, though. That's the thing.
Within, like, entertainment, that it lets other people feel like they have a pass, or that it's okay because my favorite rapper said it, or I heard it here, or you guys say it all the time. How come I can't say it? But at the end of the day, it's black culture pain, and if anyone's going to be using it, it should only be us, and that's it.
You can't really own a word. I think, you know, we can own it in the sense where it's a black cultural thing, but the idea where we kind of make it out to where we say like, oh, other people can't say it, I think that's more of like a insecurity within the black culture of not being able to hold power, because historically, it's like, right, historically, black people didn't have as much power, so we're trying to hold on to literally a word that only has meaning because we add meaning to it.
I mean,
I get what he's
I ain't
saying.
trying to hear that, right? Like, I feel like the only reason it's policed so much, and I feel like the only reason we even have like this debate or this debacle over whether we can use it or not is because we're black people. And I'm not one of those people that think everything is racist and all that, but in this specific instance, right, in several instances, women in many instances have reclaimed the word bitch to be a term of endearment. There are
so
in
facts.
the 90s, there was
that is so
facts.
facts.
Reclaimed the word fat, obviously respelling it and things like that. But I feel like in those instances, nobody bats an eye. Why is that understood? But with this, it's so confusing. Like, oh, I don't know if like, you know when there are boundaries set. And that word is one of the boundaries that I think we have respectfully and rightfully set up for ourselves. So I don't want to, I'm not trying to hear the like, if we use it, why can't we do that all the time with a bunch of different things? And I don't think
exactly, not even just race, like, just gender, anything.
Well, I think it goes back to what you're saying, boundaries. Because when you break down to inner communities where, you know, blacks and Asians, blacks and whites in hip hop culture, where there's like, it's 5 group of friends and their black friends don't care. They're like, say it. Like that happens. So it's like, we're having this broad conversation, and you know, I know all of us aren't trying to be the spokespeople for black people, right? But it's like, it's such a convoluted, I guess, topic where it's like the expectations aren't clear to people depending where you are. If you're on the East Coast, West Coast, like it's very unclear. That's what I think. I'm not arguing whether or not it's okay to say it or whether white people should say it. I'm just saying, if we don't want white people to say it, I think it needs to be very clear. And I think even in fact in this new age of our culture, I think we're seeing more people saying we don't want white people to say it.
I really don't care for the word. I don't care for any racist words in general, okay? The only like racist word I know is my word, our word. That's the only word I know. I don't know the racist word for Chinese people or Indians, anything. I don't know any other type of racist words, okay? Nor do I have the desire to look it up. Nor do I have the desire to say it. I don't care, all right? Nor like, yeah, like I don't care about this. But see, I'm all for changing it, I guess. Like if everybody else like agrees to not use it, cool, fine. But let's worry about that last. Why y'all want to fight for equality for that? That's your least biggest problem. Like what?
Homophobia is a big issue in the black community. 3,
Yes.
2, 1.
Yes,
go.
strongly agree. Strongly agree.
A lot of us black men,
Definitely gotta
we
get
would
worked
rather
on.
be friends with the homie that, you know, probably has rape attached to his name than the homie that's part of the LGBTQ plus community. And I think that that's something that, you know, we gotta work on as people, because my thing is, I don't understand the whole big phobia of, okay, what he decides to do in his free time or behind closed doors, why does that bother you so much? Why does that affect you? Like, why do you feel like it's such like the scum of the earth?
And I also think it comes from religion, because I don't want to get too controversial with that, but people are very religious, especially in the black community, you know, Christians. And you know, when you talk about the Bible, you know, they say, you know, homosexuality is a sin. So a lot of people have that ingrained in their mind. This is absolutely not right. And for a lot of people too, when they see a man, they want to see a manly man, and they associate that with being straight.
Heterosexual men have a fear that homosexual men will treat them how they treat women, if that makes sense. And so they're afraid of that treatment.
Hold on.
Heterosexual men have a fear that homosexual men will treat them how they treat women, if that makes sense.
So he's trying to say that straight men have a fear that gay men would treat them how we treat women. How do we treat women? What is he talking about? How guys treat women, or straight guys treat women? What does he mean by that? Like, is he like saying like abusive, or like what is he talking about? Unless he's talking about probably like catcalling or something like that. Unless he's talking like that, like, you know how I guess he means that straight guys don't want to be catcalled by gay men. Maybe I think that's what he means, but I don't think he meant to use the word fear, because I don't fear that. That wouldn't like frighten me. No, I'm like frightened of other things, not that. That doesn't make any sense. You gotta use another word. It would get me mad. I wouldn't like it. Yeah, same thing with like any like touch aspect or anything, like, you know what I'm saying, that like, okay, so now I guess I get what he means, but he just used the wrong word.
And so they're afraid of that treatment, and I'm on somewhat agree, because I'm rather torn. I think I've lived a life where I'm around very open-minded, inclusive people, so I'm not sure how big of an issue it is in the community, but I know that in the black church sphere, homosexuality is often made out to be the worst thing that you can be. There's almost nothing worse than being gay, and I think that's also where some of the homophobia comes from. We like to ignore all the other sins, all the other things that the Bible outlines that are not, you know, holy, and then we just take homosexuality and we make it the worst. You know, granted, the Bible says it's an abomination, I get that, but the Bible says any sin will send you to hell, so.
You can't be pro-black and date a white person. 3, 2, 1, go.
Wait, what do you mean you can't be pro-black and date a white person? What do you mean by pro-black? Do you mean by like you're all for like black leadership and black movement? I think that's what they mean by pro-black. Yeah, I think that's what they mean by pro-black, like black movement, all that stuff, like Black Lives Matter, all that stuff. Like, yeah, he said date white. You can have black thoughts, but date a white person. Those are two different things. When you're dating, when you like are thinking like the black movement or anything like in general, like just help black people rise, why are you comparing that with like someone you're dating? That shouldn't matter about the race. But like I said, I don't care about race. I really don't. I do not care at all about race when it comes to dating.
I think really the issue with this statement is,
I'm gonna strongly disagree with that one.
if you are a stand-up person and you stand up on your morals and your character, it doesn't matter who you date. And I think a lot of the issue is a lot of people get into, interracial relationships, or they date white people and they forget who they are. And if you are pro-black, it doesn't matter if you're dating a black person, a white person, because you can date a white woman and a black woman and still not even be for the cause. So I really think it's up to the person if they stand on their morals or not.
I agree to a certain extent, but personally me, I feel like if you're pro-black, you're pro-black for everything. Like, you're for the advancement of the race, you're for businesses, you're for everything black. So,
but see, my thing is though, like, yeah, you stand for everything being black, but that doesn't mean that affects my love life. Those are two different things. Me standing for something that's for a cause for everybody, but mostly for black people, versus my own life versus my love life, are two completely different things, and you cannot compare at all. So
it's kind of hard for me to understand how someone can be pro-black and want so much for, the black culture and the black race, and then they're in a relationship with someone that doesn't represent that,
So are you saying that if you are black and you're pro-black, you cannot act on attraction to someone from another race?
Personally, I'm not pro-black, but in my mindset, like, I'm saying if you're pro-black, you wouldn't find someone that's not black attractive to me. Not saying attractive, but you wouldn't even want to cross that line and even engage in a relationship with them. You can have like lust, like, hey, she's an attractive white woman, but ideally you want black kids, you want black family, you want your lineage to carry on.
I don't know. I feel like the question.
Okay. Now when you put it in that aspect, now you talk about you want the black race to continue. Yeah, it's going to continue. It's always going to continue. But in
itself kind of like low-key negates the demographics of the country. I mean, black folks make up 13% of the country, roughly, and a lot of the time we live in concentrations. So, you know what I'm saying? If you in Iowa, it's gonna be a little tough to find you like a black woman, especially somebody that might identify as pro-black with you. So I think it depends on what you do, not who you decide to be.
ain't surrounding
My
because
first
I grew up
response
all
to that is
around
what's
like
the point
white
of
people.
looking at people differently? It's like
All around
we get upset that people do it to us in generally, like looking at black people and judging them and stereotyping them and making assumptions about them. Is like, so on the flip side, why should we be doing that to other people regardless of who they're in a relationship, depending on the color of their skin?
I'm not gonna lie, I do. Like I look at people differently based on who they marry. Because dating, you can be dating for fun. I feel like I look at people different based on who they marry. Like Jordan Peele, Childish Gambino, I feel like I can look at them and be like, I'm not looking down on them. I don't think of them negatively, but I'm like, oh, I see. And like, oh, okay, I see. Like, because like black men that date white women, there's something different, and there's nothing wrong with that. But you know what it is. Like okay, Childish Gambino, I can see that.
Yeah, we know.
Jordan Peele, okay, I can see that. I can't think of another example, but I feel like I can tell, like, okay, like that's cool, I'm happy, you happy. It's no disrespect to them, but I see the difference.
Listen, when it comes to, I've dated white girls the most. I've dated a couple blacks. I messed with a couple Italians, Indians. Like they do all act different. They do all act different. And when I see some black men like push away the black girls to go to the white girls, not because of looks, but because of other aspects of their personalities and character traits, I know automatically why they push away the black women and go right to the white women. I do know why, and I understand why. But you know what? At the end of the day, I ain't mad at it because it's your preference, it's your choice. You know what I'm saying? It's whatever you want to deal with. You choosing your headache. You know what I'm saying? That's all that is at the end of the day.
Prefer a light-skinned partner to a dark-skinned partner. 3, 2.
All right, listen. Unless you know this off rip, I ain't gonna lie. I do find Nah, I'm not gonna say I find light skins more attractive because I find all races attractive. I really do. I find it doesn't matter to me. It's just light skins are the more annoying, yo. They are straight annoying, yo. Just annoying as shit. I'm taking dark skins.
Go.
Brown skins, dark skins over light skins any day.
For a light skinned partner to a dark skinned partner.
I don't play them colorism games over
Get your ass on straight. Damn, my
The
brother.
reason why subconsciously for me, the reason why I feel that way is, growing up, I was always, bullied for my skin color. I always felt out of place. I was always told I'm not black enough. And when you constantly...
Bro, when them when them teachers turn off the lights to go watch a movie or whatever, they be like, hey, yo, little Timmy, hit the lights. As soon as hit the lights, here come freaking Susan. Oh my God, where'd Larry go? Like, bro, oh my gosh, shut the fuck, shut up.
You doubt yourself. And like I said, I grew up in a broken home. I grew up in a foster care system, so it took me a long time to figure out myself. And for a lot of times, I don't tell a lot of people this, but I used to hate the way I looked. I was like, I don't like being dark skinned. I want to be light. And I'm just being honest, but now I'm more comfortable with myself.
I guess I have a question. Do you think it's because you look at a potential partner as lighter skinned so that your potential children or so would be lighter skinned?
I was thinking the exact same thing once when he said, when he was talking about his skin.
Nah, at the end of the day, for me, I'll marry whoever I seem fit. So it really doesn't, to me, matter about the skin color. But I will admit, subconsciously, I do think, when I see a light-skinned woman, I actually, look a little longer, or I might linger a little longer, or be a little more interested, just because of, that consciousness that I had growing up. So it's not something that I say that dark-skinned women are far unsuperior or
that still doesn't make sense though. Why are you?
It's just because of the constant beat down and the constant hatred about me being dark skinned and the way I was treated, that subconsciously I do think that way.
But do you feel like you have some sort of like self-hatred because of that?
Yeah. Well, not anymore, because it took me a long time.
Okay.
I mean, this started
Love yourself. Love
like
yourself,
I said,
kids.
when I was 6, when I
Matter
got
what.
into foster care. So, but now I'm more comfortable with looking at myself. I'm a good-looking, tall glass of chocolate milk. So,
I have a question. Like, do you at all feel like you've become the person that bullied you by then having this preference toward lighter skinned people as opposed to someone that would look like you?
I will admit, yes. I will admit that. And, like I said, we just shooting the realism. So I do agree with that, yeah. And I think that's why now I'm focusing on myself, and, being a part of this discussion is very important for me, because I'm starting to, realize that prejudice needs to go. And I see this a lot in the entertainment industry now, where, they want a black woman, but they want your complexion. They want that light skin that look like she can go in between the white family and the black family. And I think I only speak openly about it because I know there's a lot of people who feel that way too, but they don't want to admit to it, or they don't want to express it and, be rejected.
No, I just don't want to listen for themselves.
I mean, you see it in the media too, so I think that plays a big part in that too.
My father was present in my life. 3, 2,
He was for me, but
1,
he just worked a
go.
lot. He worked a lot, like nonstop. I barely got a chance to see him. Like, he worked very, very long hours.
Not to jump into this one, like, I absolutely love my dad. I'm even getting a little emotional thinking about my dad. My dad's amazing. My dad was there for me in every way, shape, or form, every facet, every way that he could be there for me and more. He was there for me. He was there to pick me up from school. He was there at my soccer games, my track meets. He was my coach for soccer one year. My dad taught me everything that I know almost. He is who I model my personality after. He is who I aspire to be. I don't think I could have had a better father. It's almost why I'm discouraged to have kids, because I feel the pressure to live up to the example that he set for me.
That's beautiful. I ain't gonna lie, that's beautiful.
I said somewhat disagree, because I ended up being put in foster care when I was 6 years old with a couple of my younger brothers. And I remember, I don't remember what my dad looks like, but I do remember he passed away when I was around 7 or 8.
Damn.
So I can't really fault him for that. But, my mom, she
I don't think you
was
should.
widowed, so she lost her husband, and she decided to take care of us. And I don't think my life would be any different. I don't regret not having a dad, but sometimes I do wonder, secretly, what life would have been like if I had that fatherly figure in my life. And I think that's another stereotype that, black men don't have their fathers in their life. And it's good to see, a lot of y'all over there.
For me, my dad was not as present as he could have been. He's a typical older Belizean dude. Their culture is just very different from American culture. It's very passive aggressive. I remember times being young and I would question my mom all the time, like, hey, like, why is he not around? Why is he not there? And, she did the best she could as a single mother. Now I can say my dad is very present in my life. However, I feel like our relationship is very like financial based, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like I don't have a real connection with my father. Like, he's there for me if I need something, like if I need to, like, if I want this, if I want that, like he's always there for me, like money wise, but I feel like I'm still like desiring for that real connection. Like how you mentioned how you have that mental connection with your father. Like, I feel like I don't have that. So that kind of puts a desire into me to where I'm desperate now to be a father. Not desperate, but I'm desperate to be a father, that I want to do it right and give the things and, make sure that I nurture my kid more than just the money aspect of things. Like, I want to be there, and always possible. I kind of feel like now I kind of just suppress it and try to ignore it because he's here now, which I definitely feel like I shouldn't do.
I think that
everything for real, everything he just touched on when he was talking about like he was there but he wasn't there, especially the financial based thing. I felt that more I felt that a lot with like my dad and everything, just didn't really connect that well. Just money wise, this, that. Wasn't saying I was a spoiled kid or anything, but it was just, well, maybe. But, alright, no, I wasn't, but like, I wasn't spoiled, but like, I did get some stuff. But, connection wise, no. And for real, like, it didn't affect me. It really didn't, because I'm more to myself. At the end of the day, I'm always to myself. Nobody got me like I got me, because I always got myself at the end of the day. And so, like, that's why, like, it didn't really affect me, though. But what he said, like, I ain't gonna lie, like, the whole thing about, like, just having kids later on, like, it always made me, like, want to just do better for them. That's kind of why I kind of got, like, a little, like, baby fever now. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I got, like, a little baby fever. So, I definitely always did have that thought in my head, just like doing better, just be like the best dad I can. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm getting old. I don't know if you notice. I'm getting old. Like, I'm a 70-year-old man living a 21-year-old body. Okay, just comes on. I'm 21, but like I said, I'm a 70-year-old man living a 21-year-old body. Yeah, I'm old as shit.
That is officially a wrap.
Hey! Nice. For me, I don't know if, like, I passed or not on this thing about, like, the whole, like, do all black men think the same? The only thing I did disagree on was the cheating thing. Yeah, I feel like black men cheat more than any other race. I feel like any other race, especially white men, I feel like white men are probably the most loyal. Then again, I can't speak on other races so much, but I feel like black men are the least. I know, like, a lot of black men, like, I got a lot of black friends. I know a lot of them that cheated, so I kind of get why girls say what they say. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, I don't feel like I didn't disagree with a lot of the stuff that they had going on. Actually, it was pretty fun. I actually did like that. That might be the last video for tonight that I have going on. So there might not be another video after this day. It might be the day after or whatever, depending on what I want to react to, because I want to pick something different. I don't want to just keep doing Jubilee. You know what I'm saying? So definitely want to do something different, or probably do a game, whatever. We'll figure it out. But until next time, hey. Tough ain't got the channel. Alright? Deuces.